Have you ever found yourself stuck in a rut, doing the same things day in and day out without even realizing it? I know I have. That's why when I picked up The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, I was immediately drawn in by the promise of breaking free from those mindless routines that seem to control our lives. Duhigg starts off by explaining the science behind habits, how they are formed in the brain and why they are so difficult to break. He delves into the concept of the habit loop cue, routine, reward and how understanding this loop can help us change our habits for the better. One of the most fascinating parts of the book for me was when Duhigg discussed the role of keystone habits. These are the habits that have a ripple effect on other areas of our lives. By identifying and changing a keystone habit, we can create a domino effect that leads to positive changes in other areas as well. Duhigg also delves into the power of willpower and how it can be strengthened like a muscle. By practicing self-discipline in small ways, we can build up our willpower and make it easier to resist temptation and stick to our goals. But perhaps the most inspiring part of the book is the real-life examples of individuals and organizations who have successfully changed their habits. From the story of a woman who transformed her life by quitting smoking to the tale of how a struggling football team turned their season around by focusing on changing their habits, these stories serve as powerful reminders that change is possible for all of us. As I read through The Power of Habit, I couldn't help but reflect on my own habits and how they have shaped my life. I realized that so much of what I do on a daily basis is driven by habit, from the way I brush my teeth in the morning to the way I unwind after a long day at work. But armed with the knowledge and insights from this book, I now feel empowered to take control of my habits and make positive changes in my life. I have started small, focusing on one keystone habit that I believe will have a big impact on other areas of my life. And already, I can feel the difference it is making. The Power of Habit is not just a book about breaking bad habits. It is a book about understanding the power that habits have over us and using that knowledge to create the life we want. It is a book that challenges us to take a hard look at ourselves and our routines, and to make the changes necessary to live a more fulfilling and intentional life. So if you find yourself stuck in a rut, going through the motions day in and day out, I highly recommend picking up a copy of The Power of Habit. It may just be the catalyst you need to break free from those mindless routines and start living the life you truly desire.